I saw the video as a result of Jemai Mashak making that half court. I don't know, half court. What two? I don't know. What we'll call it half court. Half court three. It basically. I mean, it did. It clinched Auburn. It's outright championship of the SEC. You saw the video that Auburn posted. The guys were all watching it there on the bus, and that's thanks to, of course, Rob Doster, their win at Kentucky. Just dominant fashion, you would say, today. And Kentucky came in banged up, no Jackson Robinson, but Auburn is a machine. They've been a machine, and it doesn't matter where these games are being played and against who. They're just rolling everybody, and they did it today to Kentucky, Rob Doster.
Yeah, and they did it getting 9.6 boards from Janai Broome, who I think only had one free throw in the first half, and Auburn went into the break up 49-34. 30 points from Miles Kelly, who pulled off something I don't think I've ever seen in the history of college basketball, in that he banked in 2 threes on opposite sides of the floor within about 15 seconds of each other on back-to-back possessions. Baker Mazzara had 22. Tahad Pettiford had 21. My single biggest takeaway from this game was that my take about Auburn was right. If you want to find a way to beat them, you got to shut the water off for all of those other guys on the perimeter, right? You got to find a way to be able to force Auburn to run their offense through Janai Broome in the post. And if you can make them run their offense through Janai Broome in the post instead of letting all these guards get going, Tahad Pettiford had 21 4 assists, no turnovers. Miles Kelly made 9 threes. I think he had 5 in the first 8 minutes of the game. Chad Baker Mazzara was in his bag and confident and playing well and looking like the best Chad Baker Mazzara that we've seen.
Seriously.
You let those guys get going and you got no chance. You have no chance at all because they have 3 or 4 guys that can win a game all on their own on the perimeter. I think the most inefficient thing that Auburn can do offensively is throw the ball to Janai Broome on the block and try to let him go one-on-one, right? And he's still good at it, but that's the only thing that they do where they're not great and they're not super explosive, and you know you're probably only going to give up, at best, 2 points per possession. So that's what I would do if I was trying to beat Auburn, because I think that tonight was the evidence of that more than anything.
This was their first win at Rupp since 1988. How about that? Been 37 years. They were 2 of their last 33 times against Kentucky at Rupp. This team is a machine. I mean, they really are. Rob, you could say what you want. Like, it's pick your poison, and whether or not you want to try to hold down the perimeter shooters. I think you just got to hope that they're not making shots. And you know, they were without 2. Denver Jones was hurt. He didn't play in the second half. He was hurt with an ankle injury. This is a team that's got so many weapons, and the beauty of this group, and to me, is their togetherness, their chemistry. What Janai did tonight, think about this. He's in the equation for National Player of the Year. Everybody knows it, right? It's Cooper Flagg and Janai Broome back, forth. Janai's now the betting favorite. As of a couple days ago, it flipped back, and he's struggling a little bit. But in the second half, he could say, hey, I want to get mine. I want to get mine here. And he did not at all. And after the game, he went live, as he always does, on Instagram. And he was so happy for Dylan Cardwell, who became the all-time winningest player in Auburn history. He was so happy for Miles Kelly and Pettiford and Chad Baker Mazzara. That's the beauty of this team.
Absolutely. And we actually got a chance to catch up with Chad Baker Mazzara. And we're not actually going to have time, I'm being told. It was a great interview, though. It was an absolutely amazing interview. We'll do it in the afters to make sure that we show some love. But yeah, I think what you kind of pointed out there, Jeff, is just I maybe there has been a team that's capable of, like, I mean, even when Janai Broome goes down, right? I mean, it's like they didn't miss a beat in that first game, and eventually that catches up with you. But, like, all right, you go down, Janai, you go down Denver Jones, and it's like nothing changes about this system. You know, I mean, it's pretty sick the way they've got it set up. I don't know. I was trying to think, like, is there a team in recent memory that reminds, but I haven't been able to think of one, Rob Doster.
I think they do it a little bit differently, but to me, they're just this is UConn from 2024. Like, this is the same thing kind of all over again, where it's like they're not going to absolutely blow you away with the talent on the page. Like, you're not sitting there looking at it and you see like the Cooper Flags and the Dylan Harpers, but they just all they do is win. They're perfectly suited together. The pieces fit better than anything you can imagine, and they just guard and they score and they're unstoppable. And I think we're going to see them win a national championship.
We have so much to get to in the afters. Our man Vince Wolfram here with Field of 68 got a chance to catch up with Chad Baker-Mazara, who, as you guys said, had just an unbelievable game defensively too. I mean, he was just everywhere today, and this was that conversation after the Auburn victory in Lexington.
How are we feeling? First time beating Kentucky in Rupp Arena since 1988. What's going through your mind?
Shout out to the DR, man. Shout out Chad Baker-Mazara, yo. Feel me? Shout out Tenso Domingo. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Oli. What's saying, Oli?
That's my brother today. But you know, it feels really good, especially because last year they beat us in college game day at the crib. So you know, I kept that in my head. So I had this game really checked out. Plus, you know, Lamonis and the team and Kobe, which are my boys. You know, play with them and against them growing up, and you know, in San Diego State. So you know, there's a lot of mixed emotions because, you know, we won, so obviously we're happy, but at the same time, I don't want to see my brothers lose. But, you know, in this game, somebody wins, somebody lose. So thankfully, thank God, you know, we was able to come in the winning side this time.
You walk away SEC regular season champs. How does that feel?
Feels great because last year we didn't win it, so it was good to finally win one. We can check one off, but, you know, obviously job's not done. So now we got to go, you know, NCAA tournament and win that one.
Everything seemed to be working on offense for you guys today. Miles, a huge day. What did you see from Miles?
You got to throw some water on that boy, cool him out, because, boy, he was on fuego. Not fire, fuego. He came out there, you know, big time for us. He was hitting incredible shots. That's crazy, look. That's crazy. I just said fuego, but, you know, he came out there, hit incredible big-time shots, and, you know, we kept feeding him. You know, Tahai got on. You know, we can't fit in, even everybody. They just, you know, we all stick to the game plan defensively, and offensively we just had the boys like this one right here. The man, best freshman in the country. He never going to say that because he's humble, but I got it. I can't.
This man right here is a bad, bad man. Bad, bad man. That's all I'm going to say.
The truth. But yeah, you know, just feeling incredible because, you know, the guys, we all stick to the game plan and, you know, execute it.
You guys are having fun, aren't you? You can tell the energy on this team is at an all-time high. What makes this so fun? What makes this group so much fun to play with?
I don't know. I seen on Twitter they call us the most unserious #1 team in the nation. But, like, you know, we know how to get serious, but at the same time, like, if you're not having fun on what you're doing, you're not really going to enjoy it. And, like, you know, we're trying to, oh, you're good. Nah, come here.
Hey, you see that? No,
hey,
champs, though. You know what I'm
hey.
saying? Like, yeah.
Hey, boy. He's still hot. Damn. But that was the man right there. But, you know, how I say, we trying to have fun because once you have fun and you know how to divide when to be fun, when to be serious, we might have to work a little bit more on being serious, but you know, we just coach allowed us to have enough fun where we enjoy what we're doing. I feel like why everybody come in the daily having fun, trying to, you know, get better.
Chad Baker-Mazara said we might have to look a little bit more on being serious. Just that. Yes,
they're not.
No, was that Doster's Dominican accent, by the way? Are we just going to let him get away with the Dominican accent?
I tried to do a Chad Baker-Mazara accent. I don't think that qualifies as Dominican. That accent. I think that's just a Chad Baker-Mazara accent, whatever it is. Okay. But